record on this computer. Okay, so we're recording now. So basically, the first emails that you'll see in Aweber that I've created and that Joe's created, the emails come from Joe and Abby and myself. Okay, some of them I do myself, some of them Joe and Abby does. Yeah, I'm the graphic king. Joe and Abby are the text kings. They really are good at making up the emails and the texts. Yeah, so I tend to go along with what they use, but some of them I've actually done myself, and some of them are both of ours. Yeah. As I get the emails come in every day, the people that I'm working closely with, you'll get those emails the same day as me. The only reason you haven't got them yet from me is because I want to make sure that you're trained properly, so you know how to change them. So you can, put your own links in and put your own images in and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to hopefully show you and share with you tonight. So let's quickly have a look at the messages. Let's go to my follow-up series. Now you'll see that I'm up to day 23 now. The goal for me, Joe and Abby is basically to get, every day of the year. So a year from now, we've got a year's load of emails. Yeah, that will go out on autopilot. That would be great. You see that I'm up to 23. Okay, but the first emails, which I showed you a minute ago, I'm going to just show you for John's benefit. The first email is a little bit more longer-winded than the last when you get to 10. When you get to number 10, they get a lot smaller, a lot shorter. They take a different format. I'll tell you why in a minute. So this is the email, the first one that they get from you after just opting into your page, okay? It says, hi there, thanks for opting in for more information. There's a little bit about yourself. I know exactly how you feel. For the last 10 years, I've been trying to make it online, blah, 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 blah. So you can try and relate to someone. And then down below, you'll see a get started button. When they click that, it goes to the sales page. If I just quickly show you that real quick. If I click on that, it will take you straight to my sales page. We all know what the sales page is now. Basically, the sales page is where they're going to actually sign up into Infinity Reloaded, because obviously they can just click on this, yes, let me in, okay? So if we go back to Aweber, you see I've got a link there to Facebook. So if they click on Facebook or any links to Facebook, they can go straight to my Facebook profile and send me a personal message, okay? Now the Facebook link will be here. So all you need is this link at the top here, for those that don't know, the profile page link, okay, in your URL address bar. That's all you need is that link there. So when you've got, connect with me on Facebook, and if I just quickly take it off test mode, I just go back. And if I highlight this Facebook here and go to link, you'll see that same URL address is here, okay? So when someone clicks on that Facebook, they're going to go straight to my profile page in Facebook, okay? Same thing with my scheduler. This scheduler here, if I quickly just go back into test mode, if I go to my scheduler, I have about 6 or 7 schedules a week on average, sometimes as much as 10, where one of my opt-ins will schedule a private appointment with me. Now, they can only schedule what times I'm available. So when I'm actually working, my other business or something like that, I haven't got that available for them. So it doesn't, I don't have to have someone schedule an appointment with me, like, 3, 4 in the morning when I'm a bloody sleep or something, yeah? Mind you, most times lately I'm still awake at that time, but you get the idea. So I only schedule in my scheduler. If you ever use this in the future, I'll show it to you and help you set it up. But you only have to, schedule times that you're available, that they can book, okay? So I'll come out of there, because you probably won't use that for quite a while. I'm only using it because I find it really, really good. And, it's helped me to have good one-on-ones with people. It's also enabled me to sign up people. I do have my number here. And even though you'll never get a call, probably, it's nice to have it. It just looks more professional. And if you do get a call from them, they are very serious, say. So it's worth having your mobile number and your home number at the bottom there. But it's unlikely you're going to get a call, okay? And then obviously the signature file up below. For everyone I'm working with closely, I'll design your own signature file. And once again, the signature file, look, goes straight to the sales page. So everything's clickable, okay? If they happen to click on it, they're going to go to the sales page again, okay? So that's that format. The format is pretty much similar for all the others, right up until message number 10. And then that message number 10, they vary slightly, 1 to 9. There's a few images like expand your horizons, already have a team, everything you wanted. But when you get to number 10, the format changes. And the reason the format changes is because we wanted to try and mimic what Frank Calabro uses. And Frank Calabro, being a really good friend, I said to him, I said, I love the format of your emails that go out with the image at the top, and then it's brief with a link in it and a signature file. And I said, I'm going to nick that off you because it's really good. He goes, yeah, boy, man. He goes, does it work? He goes, oh, hell yeah. And he's actually recruited thousands online. For anyone that knows Frank Calabro, he's the master of the masters when it comes to online recruiting and affiliate marketing. So I'm using the same format as him. So basically, it's got an image here. And then what I tend to do, we have the email is actually related to the image. So you can see that there's traffic there. And here it says, I used to hate it, traffic. The stress of being stuck trying to get somewhere, usually my job, in rush hour was awful. Now that word has a completely different meaning. These days, I love it. So it's actually related to the actual image. Same thing. You've got a little bit of a spiel here, trying to relate to people. And it can do the same for you here. When they click on here, if I just quickly go to test, they click on the link, you'll see that it goes to the sales page. That goes to the webinar page. Yeah.
Webinar.
Okay, so it actually goes to the webinar page. Hang on, I got someone that needs to mute their audio. Let me just check a minute. 1 sec. Are you all muted? Yes. Okay.
Is your voice echoing?
Yeah, I know. I think it does that sometimes if someone's off mute and they've got their speakers up. Bit of a strange one, but don't worry about it. I'll just if you can all stay muted just for the recording, and if you've got any questions, do butt in and just ask me. All right. So let's go back. This is the link, and obviously when they click on this webinar link, which is inside the Aweber email, if they click on that, it will take them then after they've watched the webinar to the sales page once again. Most of the links are connected to the sales page unless they have a webinar in between them. So then it goes to the webinar, and then on the webinar, it's got the click here button, and then it goes on to your sales page. Now, I am in the middle of creating a brand new webinar page. I'll just show you real quick in my PLS. And all of you lot will get this. Everyone in my team will get this. And it doesn't matter if you're not in PLS. If you're not in PLS, I'll make the page for you, create a subdomain, and then that page will just stay on my PLS for you always, okay? And as the webinar updates, the actual page, the webinar on the page, I'll update it, okay? I'm just going to quickly show you this if I can. I've had a bit of an issue with browsers today. Here we go. Let me just log into my PLS. I'll show you that new page. I'm still building it, but I've worked enough on it so far to show you a little bit about what it's like. Now they can go to the webinar, and they can also click on the previous webinar. So if I go to my web pages here, you'll see I've got one here. Look, John Bates webinar page 2, John Bates webinar page. These are webinars, 2 different webinars that are actually in his emails. So that will just stay here. Anyone that I do an email for, and they've got a webinar link, which obviously links to John's sales page, then I'll just leave it on my system. So I name it what it is. Like I've got one for you here, Simon. Here's look, Simon's webinar page, Luigi's webinar here. And because I know that's in one of your emails, I'll just leave it on my system, okay? So if I quickly go to the new one I'm doing, if I go to Infinity Reloaded main webinar page, and if I go test link, you'll see the new one, which I haven't finished yet, but you'll see it's a lot different. You can see they can go to the previous Hangout webinar here, and then they've got a Get Started button here. It will be slightly smaller, and it will have probably a different background when I finish with it, but it's almost there. I've just got a little bit more transparent work to do on it. I've got to make these edges nice and rounded. So I'm a little bit more work on it, and that'll be a really nice webinar page that I've built, okay? And like I say, I'll be able to give that to other people as well. So when I've built the page, they'll be able to use it as well in their emails or to send out to someone. I think that'd be a good idea. So let's go back to the email. So that's that link here. So sometimes it's worth having a webinar link in the email, because if they watch the email, it doesn't matter that there's no sign-up page inside the email. If they watch the webinar and they're interested after the webinar, they've got to, click here to get started button. That they click on it, it will take them to the sales page anyway. Okay. Okay. Let me quickly show you now how we get images into the emails. Now, let me just take it off test mode. If I click on this image here and I go to insert an image, so with a link, basically I would just highlight over the image, the text. I would then go to link to hyperlink it. And most people know how to do that, but just in case you're watching this video and that is recording, so I might send this out to you if you're a newbie. Just in case you don't know that, all you do is highlight the text, go to link, and you just put in the address that you want it to link to. So that's what we call hyperlinking. The same thing with images. If you go and click on an image, and then you go over to insert image, you'll see that that image address will come up because the image is live on the internet. And the reason it's got to be live on the internet is because people are viewing the email, maybe from a mobile device or wherever it may be. They might not be at home. It needs to be live on the internet for it to show up in email, or otherwise it wouldn't show up because it's not actually on their hard drive. So it's live on the internet. So when you get an email that comes through and it's got an image in it, all those images are live on the internet, otherwise it wouldn't show up in your email. So that's why it has to have a URL address for the image to actually show up. Okay. Now I use a software called Amazon S3. I'm going to show that to you in a minute. And all my images are in Amazon S3. It's very, very cheap. I've got thousands and thousands of images and videos on my Amazon S3, and it only costs me about 6 or 7 cents a month, which is extremely, hang on. Okay, so Julie just texted me. So it's extremely cheap. You know, it hardly costs anything. It's like pennies, and I can't believe how cheap it is. I don't really know why they even charge anyone. I suppose they've just got thousands of people using it. It all adds up. But I'm going to show you Amazon S3, and I'm going to upload an image, which is Simon's image. Now, this is the Amazon S3 software that they use, which is extremely good. Basically, it connects to your account. You set up an account with Amazon S3. You set up your account. You put in your login details for that account, one time. And then you'll never, ever log into Amazon, ever. You'll just use the software. And basically what this is the computer. This is online on the server. And you've got just like your computer, you've got different directories here. And inside those directories, you've got obviously the files, yeah? So if we quickly go into my Infinity Reloaded directory, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a file, which is Simon's signature file. So I'm just going to click on upload, go upload, and I'm just going to find it on my hard drive here. I'm going to go to Adverts Reloaded Team Ads, and I'm just going to stretch that out a little bit. And I'm going to find Simon's signature file. Bear with me. It's there somewhere. There. Can you see that there? Simon's signature file. So I'm just going to double click on that, and it's going to upload. And now it's uploaded. Now I can see if it's got permissions as well. I'm going to share that with you in a minute. I'm just going to find Simon's signature file first. There he is there. So there's Simon's signature file just uploaded. And there you can see the image. Now, if you click here, you can see preview. You'll be able to see the image. If you go here, you'll see permissions. Now, for an image to show up, there's only one thing you have to make sure is set. And that is, if you can try and remember, all users need to read, okay? So you need to have this one checked here. This one will always be checked because you're the owner, okay? And I'm the owner, so this one's always checked. But if it's not checked, you need to make sure that this one, all users, is ticked, and then all the reads, read permissions, and the read need to be checked, ticked. Okay, but most of the time they are. So if your image that you've uploaded is not showing up, come into here into your software, Amazon S3, go to permissions, click on the file, go to permissions, make sure that all users is clicked, and make sure all these reads are clicked. What that means is all users can see your image on the internet, read only. They can't write on it. So in other words, they can't sort of change it or change its properties or manipulate it anyway, but they can read it. They can basically see it on their computer. So they need to be checked, and then you just go down here and click apply, okay? But once you've done it once, all images that you upload to that directory will take the same format, okay? So you only have to do it once to the first image that you upload into your Amazon S3. All others after that will automatically take the same format. So they'll always be the same, okay? So now you've got Simon's signature file. What I can do is I can just quickly go here to copy. You see this copy here? Well, that's that link here. This is Simon's link to the file that I've just uploaded. So all we're doing is clicking on copy. And then when I go into the email, I just change this one slightly. If I go here and I put Simon's link in, you'll see that it will change to Simon's. There you go. So exactly the same size as mine, just a totally different signature. And now it's Simon's image there because now it's live on the internet, okay? So that's how you do it. I'm just going to change it back to mine. I just need to quickly go and grab my my signature file, James' signature file, and preview and copy. Just want to change that back. I don't really want my emails going out with Simon's face on it.
My ugly mug on it.
Yeah, your ugly mug on it. I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that. So there's the link. Let me just quickly put that back. I'll just make sure the link's there. So on the image itself, you've got to hyperlink it then. Okay. So yeah, bestpaidplan.com. It checks it's okay and brilliant. Okay. So let's have a look at another email quickly. We go back and you'll see that the next one is the same format. So when you get an email from me in the future, and I've taught you how to use Amazon S3, you can upload all your signature files and the sort of images that you're going to use. And I'm going to do one live tonight. I think it would be great to show you exactly what I do. And then you can watch this video again and again if you're not sure. And you can just pause it and stop it as you go. And you'll know how to do an email if you get one from me, okay? In your own Aweber. Now, John's up to 23, I think 20 emails I think I've done today for him. I think, Simon, you're up to a good 20 odd, I think, possibly up to 23. Haven't started on Lee's yet, but I will start on yours soon, Lee. I know Julie's up to about 18 or so, and Susan's, I think, up to about 23 as well. So it doesn't, it's not rocket science. It's not really difficult to do. But one thing I think you really will need is Amazon S3 to do it really well. At the end of the day, if I want to add an image, I just quickly go down here to the bottom of my computer, just type S3, click on S3 here, and there it is right in front of me. Any image I need, all I'm doing is copying the link. So I've got the links for all my images, and that's all I use it for mainly, and the occasional video that I put online. So let's go back. Let's quickly have a look at another one. When it decides to go back, it is playing up a little bit today. Here we go. Okay, so that was that one. Don't get stuck in this. Let's have a scroll down. Let's have a look at Get on the Right Track. That's a nice one. I like doing that one. So we're going to have a quick look at that one, number 15. So in other words, day 15. This is what they're going to get in their email. So once again, we've got an image here. Now, if I show you the size of that image, I tend to go for 400 by 250 or 450 by 250. They're the kind of two sizes that I do. I try to get it sort of not dead square. I try to get it oblong without it looking odd, yeah? Because this original image was absolutely massive. It filled the page, So basically, I compressed it down to 400, 250. So most of my images are around about between 400, 250, 400, 200, 450 by 250, sometimes 500 by 300, depending on what kind of image. But anywhere around there, 400, 250, 450, 250, or 400, 200 would be fine, okay? It's not really crucial what size that image is. Obviously, you don't want it too bloody big, and you don't want it too small. So, use your sort of, you sort of play around with it a bit. You will have to unlock the image. You have to click on this here to unlock it. Otherwise, you will not be able to change the size of it, okay? So make sure you unlock it before you change the size, okay? Otherwise, the aspect ratio will be the same. So if it's a bit of a weird sort of size image and you go to change one of these here, that will not be the same. So you'll get it the wrong size. So make sure you unlock it before you do it. Same thing. Here is...
We'll be back.
Hi, Susan.
Hello.
Hiya, babe. I'm just doing the training here on the Aweber. So I'm just,
my favorite thing.
I'm just going to mute you. If you can mute yourself, just so I can carry on with the training because I'm recording.
Yeah.
So here, once again, like I say, you have to unlock the image here. So in this URL address is the same thing, exactly the same as what I showed you previously. This is the live image, and this is the URL address in my Amazon S3 account for this image. So let's have a look at this email. Ooh, let me just quickly go back. You have changed some options. Cancel. Go back. Come on. Okay. So down here in the email, there's the image. And once again, I tried to get the email with some kind of relationship to the actual image. Okay, so it's in relation to the image. Okay, so it says, I know one of the biggest hurdles to achieving the results you want is getting started on the right track. So I thought it'd be good to have a railway track there. And let's have a quick look at the test. Now, what you can do is when you're in your Aweber, you're creating your emails, you can click over here to where it says preview and test. Okay, if you click that, you'll be able to send an email to yourself. So if I want to send that to myself, I can just click send test and it will send to my email box. Okay, and it does it immediately. Okay, also by clicking on that preview and test, you'll be able to log down in your emails and actually click on your images. Click on your images and your links. So if I click on that, you'll see that the link is now live. So it will go to my sales page. Okay, let me just quickly shut that off and go back and take it out of test mode. But once you've been in test mode, you have to go back and put it out of test mode, or as you will not be able to write. If I try to write or click on my my text here, you'll see that it won't let me. The cursor just won't come up because I'm in test mode. I'm in view mode. So I need to put it out of view mode and test mode so I can type it. Now it's out of it. You can see that my cursor's coming up. And I'll be able to type again. Okay, who's that? Who needs muting? Hi, Julie. I didn't know you was there, but okay. Have you got long, Julie? I know you said you got your daughter's not very well to me.
Just send me a wee message tomorrow, James. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No problem, Julie. Okay. Just quickly, that person you had to sign up, is she in now, or is he in now?
No, he's not. He's not. The system's not on at the minute.
Okay. Yeah, she's updating something.
She's there's a problem and she can't get a fix for about another 6 hours.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, she's waiting on some support team. They're not going to be up until 6 hours or something. So
okay, no problem. I'll drop you a text tomorrow. I'm out all day, but I'll drop you a text tomorrow. All right?
That'll do. Okay. Bye.
Okay,
bye.
Julie. Cheers.
She's got her tech team working on it, James, at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, let's carry on. Let's quickly go back. So the image I have in relationship to the actual text below, and to preview it and test it, I click here. But you have to take it out of preview and test mode. Otherwise, you're just in view mode. You won't actually be able to type anything in the email. Okay, so that's very, very important. Once again, look, the images are pretty much the same format. You've got an image, you got your text, you got a link, you got your signature file. Okay, let's have a look at another one real quick. Bear with me. If I go down again, let's go, look, is it unreasonable? Let's click on that number 19. So 19 days in after they opted in, they're going to get this email. And right. So this is the other, once again, if I click on the image, go to where I inserted the image, you'll see there's the URL link. This is the size. This one is 450 by 250. Okay. So they're always going to be about 400, 200, 450, 250, or 400 by 250. That's the sort of average sort of file, the size of the image that I have on the top of the email. So it's not too big, not too small. Okay. Once again, look, is it unreasonable to expect good things in life? And I have like a sort of lifestyle picture there. Yeah. So it's in relative to the actual image itself. Okay. As you'll see, it goes down here. And look, here's my link. If I put it in test mode, I think that goes to a webinar. So let's click on here. I think it goes to a webinar. Yeah, it goes to one of my webinars, which is the Luigi webinar.
Hi, y'all.
And then look, from the webinar, they can click on getting started. We'll get started now. When they click on that, goes to the sales page. So in the email body, you're either going to have a link going directly to your sales page, so it keeps on redirecting them back to the sales page, because obviously that's where they actually sign up, or it will go to a webinar first, and then they got the option of clicking get started now, and then go into the sales page. Okay, so it's either going to be a webinar, or a video, basically, but it always has a link back to the sales page. Okay, because obviously there wouldn't be any point in sending them the email, and you want to sign up people. So, and then obviously at the bottom of all the emails, I always put the signature file, mainly just because it looks professional, gives it a nice touch on the bottom. I've always believed in signature files, and ever since I've been doing stuff online, and they really do work. You'd be amazed how many people just click on that to be nosy. Just in emails that I send out to, like, personal friends and stuff, friends that I've got nothing to do with business, they click on, they've clicked on my signature file in the past, and they go, oh, well, I checked out that thing you were doing online, that kind of thing. So it's always worth having a really good signature file at the bottom of all your emails. So that's how Aweber works. Let me quickly go back. You can do it so that Simon asked me earlier about whether you're going to have the name in the capture page. If I just quickly go to my capture page, I'm just going to quickly type it in here. Let's go with the fuel one. Let's go with horsepower. Horsepower.bestpayever.com. And let's just bring up one of my capture pages. I do like this one because I like cars. Need more horsepower to earn big online. See how average people are accelerating their journey to six-figure incomes. Now you see here, I have got name and address. Okay, so I've got the first name and I got their email address here, so they can put in their name. So when they get an email from me in the autoresponder, it says, "Hi John," "Hi," or "Hey Simon," and it's personalized. Yeah, it's good for building up that rapport. Yeah, but you'll see in my other site, which is bestpayever.com, it's only got my email. So it's only got for the email address. Now, we've done a lot of testing, and we know for a fact that you're going to get way more opt-ins with just an email address there than you ever are having a name in the email. Don't ask me why, it's just the way it is. We're getting way more opt-in rates with that. But if I go back to my Aweber and we quickly go to the home page, I'm going to show you my open rate. So for opt-in rate, you're going to get more. I don't know if I quickly show you here. Hang on, let's quickly go home. I think it's on the home page. Oh no, go to my follow-up series, sorry. Let's quickly show you here. So on the opt-in rate, you're going to get more opt-ins if you just have an email address, mainly because all they've got to do is put in their email address and it's straight there. They're going to have to do two things. They've only got to do one thing. So that's probably why it has a better opt-in rate with just an email address, okay? But you'll see here that 30.2% open rate, okay? Now this will change as obviously you get more and more opt-ins, because obviously the figure becomes more realistic. At the moment, I've only got, in this new list, I've only got about 478, I think, opt-ins, okay? But in a list which has like thousands of opt-ins, then this figure could change, obviously, because obviously there's higher numbers involved. So you get a more accurate picture, the bigger the list. But
will opt-in rate show up in your reports tab?
Sorry, go again?
Will your opt-in rate show up on your reports tab at the top of the page?
Yes, they do. They do, yeah.
Okay.
So if you had it personalized, yes, it could affect the open rate because it's more personal. If they've got something here in the subject line that says, "Oh, hey John, daily, daily income on autopilot, see here," or and it's got something personal to them, they're more likely to click on it because it's being personalized to their name. They think it's someone that knows them or something. Yeah. So there is that where you could get a better open rate, but you wouldn't get as good opt-in rate. So it's a bit like, getting that balance. I tend to go with just the email. I like a good open rate, but I also like a good opt-in rate. The more people in the list, the more powerful the list. So I always go for opt-in rate over open rate. But I thought I'd just explain that to you because you can do both. Now a good open rate is anywhere between sort of like 15–20% is a good open rate. So you can see this one here, the first email that goes out is actually above average. So it's a 30.2% open rate. So it's actually quite above average. I know Joe's has got as high as 40%. on an opt-in rate on some of his pages. So that's very, very good indeed. But the average is between sort of, 15, 20, that's the sort of average. So if you can see that, and as you go down, then you're going to get less and less opt-in rate, because obviously as it goes down in the series, less and less people see it. Sometimes they might view it a little bit later. It won't always, it's not going to be the case where, they're going to view your email every single day. They could be on holiday for a week. I've had people opt in and haven't actually sent me a scheduler or clicked on my pages for like 3 or 4 weeks after they got the email. It's all about timing at the end of the day. But where they're on my list, as long as they don't unsubscribe, they're going to see it. They're going to see it sometime or other, because you're not just sending them one email, you're sending a series of emails, okay? If you scroll down here, look, on day 8, I've got 20.4% open rate, okay? And there's one down here, look, on day 11, I've got a 20% open rate, okay? Which is good, still very good open rates, considering that that's the 11th email that they've got, okay? So let me just show you quickly in the messages and how you can actually personalize it. I'll just show you that real quick, and we'll have a bit of a sort of questions time. And then I'm going to show you a little bit more on Amazon S3. And I don't want it to sort of go on too long tonight, because I know it's getting later and people need to go to sleep. So I can just show you. If I go down to one of these, let's go down to one of the ones that you haven't seen. Let's get in the fast lane. Number 17, let's try that one. Now you could, if you want to, you could personalize this, yeah? Very easy to do. To personalize it, you would have to have the name field on the opt-in page, whereas it wouldn't have captured their name. So if you do go down that route and you do have a capture page in the future where you've got their name being harvested, then you could very easily just put in hey or hi. Let's put hi, and then you'd go along to here, which says personalize. You would click on that and you would just click on their first name. So whatever their name is on the opt-in, that's what it would be here. So it'd say, hi, John, get in the fast lane, okay? So you could have their first name in there if you want. But I don't actually use it, so I'm just going to delete it, okay? I always have it so it's just an email address, the opt-in rate is higher, and the open rate is pretty decent as well. I think Luigi's just text me. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just going to quickly tell Luigi I'm on Zoom. Bear with me. On a training on Zoom. I'll speak later, okay. I'm just going to send Luigi, just in case he needs to get hold of me. Just bear with me, guys. Just going to send him a quick link to the training. Okay, so let's have a quick look again at Amazon S3. I'm just going to quickly go back into the Amazon S3. It's really important, and I think it's very, very important that you get Amazon S3, because you really can't do the images properly in your emails and stuff. You can't use it to its full ability. All the images I've got here, you'll see are in the emails. If I go here, look, you'll see I've got the railway tracks. Look, so that's that image here. The railway tracks here. Simon's signature here. Look, Susan's signature here. So I've got it for people in the team at the moment. Until Susan's just uploaded Amazon S3. She's got it all working now. So I'm hoping that she'll use it to her ability. Look, here's another image that we use. That's one of the images as well. Got one here, fog. This is another image in one of our emails. If I quickly go here, look, job. It's another image. They're all it's all related to the emails. So anything to do with Infinity Reloading, I need images online. Then obviously all the images go into this folder. So how do you actually get Amazon S3? I'm going to quickly show you that as well. If we go to Google and we type in here, Amazon S3, and enter. Look, try Amazon S3. It says free, but it's not really free, but it is free for the first month or so. Why they put that, I don't know, because it's only about 6 or 7 cents a month anyway. So all you would do is you go here to Amazon S3, get started with Amazon S3. You just click on this here, okay? That's all you're doing. You just click on that, when you click on that, I'll just click on it so you can see. It will go to a page where you can actually sign up for Amazon S3. Okay, I'm already a member of Amazon, so it obviously is coming up with my details. Once you've done that, set up your account, you can also download the software. Okay, now you can do that. You should see a link in your Amazon S3 account that you've just created. If you don't, just go back to Google. I'll just quickly go to Google here. And if I type in Amazon S3, let's get it right, Amazon S3, I think it's called, I've got to remember what it's called. It's called Amazon S3 browser. So browser, okay. So look, here we go, look, Amazon S3 client for Windows. If we click on that, look, there it is there, guys. So you can see where you download it. And then you just click on this button here, download S3 browser, okay? Now you will need to set it up. And when you go to set up your Amazon S3 browser, best thing you can do really is try and connect with me on Zoom, because you will need your security details for setting it up. It's basically, instead of using a login and password, they use like a security key and a secret key. So you'll need your security key, your ID key, and your security key, your secret key, as they call it, to enable the software. But it's just like really a username and password, but Amazon call it something different. So hope that helps. I'm going to turn it over to everyone that wants to ask a question, whether client for anyone wants to answer, got any questions, whatever, now's the time.
Was that client for what, sorry?
Sorry, go again.
When you go on the Amazon S3 browser, you client for, you click on client for what?
So it's your action. Help me out, guys. say again.
Amazon S3.
Yeah.
You click on client for browser.
No. When you go to get Amazon S3, right, you go to Google.
Yes.
Let me try explain again. Go to Google, okay? Type in Amazon S3, okay?
Yeah.
It's not doing it quite. I'm having a few issues with my computer tonight. Amazon S3, okay? And you'll see it here, Amazon Web Services S3, Simple Cloud Storage.
Perfect, okay.
If you just click on Amazon S3, you should come to the same page.
Okay, perfect.
This page here, okay? And you just want to click on this, get started with Amazon S3, okay? If you haven't already got an Amazon account, you can create one, okay? And then it will go to your Amazon S3 account, okay? If you have got one, you just use your login details and it'll take you to the same page, okay?
Oh, cheers.
After you've installed, after you've set up an account with Amazon S3, go back to Google. If it doesn't come up with the S3 browser, go back to Google. So let me just quickly go back to Google a minute. Okay. And type in the Google search, Amazon S3, and just type in browser. Okay. Because you obviously want to use the software. You don't have to keep logging into your Amazon account every time you just want to get a file. Yeah. Or, use the browser. It's so much easier. Okay, so down here you'll see Amazon S3 browser, Amazon S3 client for Windows. If you click on that, you'll come to the download page. Okay, so this will install the software onto your computer, which will be linked to your Amazon account. Okay, and there it is there, download S3 browser. When you go to run the browser for the first time, if I can try and show you, I'll try and show you on my own. If I go here, James Curtis, hang on, see if I can show you. Manage accounts could be there. You can see here I've got this account at James Amazon S3 storage. Okay, so that's what it is. It's just I'm basically storing all my images on Amazon. Okay, but when you first run the program, it will ask you for your ID and your security key. Yeah, when you log into your Amazon account, if I quickly try and go there now, just to show some of you. Hang on. I have to Google it again. Someone's got their mic open. Hang on. I'm just going to mute you, Lee. Let me just show you quickly. If I go to Amazon again, I'm going to show you where I find the key, hopefully. I'm going to log into my own Amazon account to do that. So Amazon S3 account. Let's just quickly go there. Access key. Let's try that. How to find AWS access key and secret key access, right? This is for your Amazon S3 browser. In other words, it's just a username and password, okay? So when you log into your Amazon account, if I go to customer login, try and log into my Amazon account if I can. No, wrong place. Hang on. Amazon Web Services. Let's quickly go there and then log in. Okay, so I'm going to log into my own Amazon account here, and I'm going to try and show you where you'll find your keys once you've got an account with Amazon. Just bear with me, it's just loading the page. Okay, if you go to support here at the top, oh, you'll see it here. Look. If you go, where is it? I think it's up here in support. I think support center. If you click support center here, it should give you an option for your keys. Dashboard. Hang on, bear with me. Probably done it wrong. I haven't done it for absolutely ages. I only done it the other night with Susan, so I've forgotten already. I think it's documentation. I think it might be. It's one of these here in the Amazon account. Oh, here we go. Look. So if you go into your Amazon account, just go to like support, you'll come across this page. And somewhere down here, you click on Amazon S3, because that's what it is, storage, Amazon S3. So if I click on that, hopefully it will lead me to my ID key in a minute. So you'll see here, down on the left-hand side here, I'm looking for something that will, API, reference detail, blah, 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 blah. Nope, hang on, bear with me. Bear with me, guys, I've not done this for a long, long time. Getting started with AWS. We'll quick look in there. Oh, here we go. It might be up here. Look. So it will be getting started with AWS documentation. Let's quickly go to there. And hopefully it will give me a link to find my security keys, which I'll need to put in to link it to my software I've got. So it just links the two together. It could be that I've already done it and it's already linked and it's not showing up. In a new account, it's probably going to show up linked to how to link your account. Here we go. Security credentials. If I go to my account, I go down to security credentials. And you only have to do this once, by the way. So basically, you're setting up an Amazon account. You'll need to go into your security credentials to get your key. And then once you've got the key, copy and paste it, and you'll be able to use it. So here, I'll just quickly come out of there. Look, you'll see access keys, access ID and secret keys. If I click on that, there they are there, okay? And then what you do is you'll have the access key ID here. You'd copy and paste that into the access key ID. And then you'd create a new access key, which would be your secret key. Then you copy that and put that into the software as well. And then you're good to go. So hopefully that helps, even though it was a bit long-winded. Any questions, anyone? Come on, someone's got to have something they're not sure about. Simon, any questions?
No, I'm actually, whilst you've been sat there explaining that, I'm actually sat here on my phone signing up for an account. And it turns out I've actually already got one, and I've gone back into it now, and I'm just finishing off the registration. Obviously, I didn't finish it.
Okay.
So if I get stuck at some point, I'll refer back to this video. I'll give you a shout.
Yeah, no problem. Lee, is there anything you don't understand? You're going to have the video recording, so don't worry if you can't remember this video. I'm going to send it to you, so you've got a recording of what we've done tonight, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to set one up now after this.
Okay.
I'll save the video on the Amazon S3.
Okay, John, I'm going to go to you. John, I've done the recording, so you're going to get this in recording. Hopefully it wasn't...
Absolutely brilliant. I think the recording's essential especially when you get to my age and you've got the memory span of a gnat.
Yeah, well, you don't have to get to your age for that. My memory's bad as well at 48. So hopefully, I mean, Susan done this the other night. I don't know if Susan's there. Are you there, Susan?
Yeah, I'm here. It's all good.
And how are you getting on with Amazon S3?
Well, actually, I'm outside, so if you hear outside noises, sorry. It's really good. I've taken all of the images that we've collected over the months, and now I've put them all into my buckets. And it really is easy when you want to just plop a post or a message or an ad or something. It's kind of like one-stop shopping. It's great.
Yeah, it's very, very good, isn't it? I mean, to be honest with you, I'll be lost without it because, it's just so easy to have it running at the bottom of the page, and then you can just quickly shoot there and just copy that image for, what you want it for and put it in your emails.
Yeah.
So
I do have one quick Aweber question. Are we past 19 on our follow-ups? I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing any.
I'm up to 23. Where are you?
Okay, I'm at 19.
Okay, I've got 3 to send you then.
Okay, beautiful.
4 to send you, isn't it? 23? Yeah, 4 to send.
That's the math in America, so maybe it's the math in your part of the world.
Yeah, you mean maths with an S. I can never understand why the Americans say math and not maths.
Me neither.
It's plural.
It's math. Come on, let's not get into this Brit
You're
American
meant to
stuff.
say we do the maths on it, not math. It doesn't sound right.
We call it was arithmetic.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, brilliant, Susan. I know that. I mean, Susan is a really fast learner. Just picks up everything that I do. So she did have a bit of a problem with Mass Planner last night.
Yeah, I was about ready to throw the laptop through the window, but fortunately, James saved me and my brand new laptop.
Yeah. So, I mean, Amazon S3 is really good, and like I say, anyone who's watching this video that really wants it, to do what I'm doing online, and autoresponders are really, really important. Now, you're going to recruit most people by connecting with people. You're going to, that's how you're going to recruit majority of people. Yeah. But the list is very important as well, because you just never know who might come in that's really good from the list. So building a list, there's a great saying online, known all over the world from internet marketers to MLM people, and that is, if you don't have a list online and you're an online marketer, you don't have a business. It's really true. You've got to have a list. Sorry, go again.
I said the money's in the list.
Yeah, the money is in the list, and the only way you're ever going, and when it comes to the adverts I got going out, let me just quickly share with people this, because as we are recording, when I've got my adverts going out, I'm just going to quickly go to a campaign. Let's quickly pull up my, it's the easiest way to go and find. So I've got these ads going out here on my campaigns every day. If I quickly click on one, let's just click on this one here, and I'm going to go to just an advert. If it plays ball with me, hopefully it will. Here we go. So it's going to show eventually when it fires up into Facebook. It is definitely on the slow side tonight. I'm not too sure. Okay, so here's one of my adverts. Now, when you're doing an ad, I tend to have my ads a little bit like Frank's, Frank Calabro, a really awesome marketer online, one of the best in the world. And he says, if you've got an ad and you've got on your text, it says see more here, it means it's too long, okay? Because most people won't click on it to see more. So in other words, they won't see your link, okay? So try and keep an advert as short enough so you don't actually see that see more here. Like if I scroll down the page, I'll just quickly, hang on, if I go onto this group here, let's quickly have a look at the group and look at some other people's ads, you'll see tons of people not doing it really that well. And they've just got a ton of information there, far too quick, or they're using an affiliate link. And you see some of these people here, nothing to do with me, but this is an awfully long URL link. So this would be a good advert if this link was a lot smaller. Yeah, if this link is small enough that you would remember it, you're about right. If it's long enough that you've got, what was that link, and you can't remember it, it's too long. Okay, you want people to remember your domain links. Yeah, so bear that in mind if you're picking a domain, and try and get it so that the link is all in one go. It's not got a see more button here. If I scroll down, you'll see, look, here's one of mine. Look, real brief. Who could use an extra 500, 1,000 within the next month? $10 to get cracking, making money. Go check it out. It's got a link here, yeah? So it's nice and short. Look, this one here, far too long. Can you see this see more here? Look, if I click it, it's too long. Okay, most people won't click it. Most people only read the first 4 or 5 lines at the most, okay? Look, if I go here, look, if I click one down here, look, then he's got 3 links in it, yeah? So he's gonna, you just can't, you can't do that and expect good results. It just doesn't work, okay? If I scroll down, you see another one. I saw one the other day, I clicked on it and it's like, oh my God, it was a mile long, you know? Absolutely crazy. Because people won't click on it, yeah? All you want to do, the only purpose of having an advert on Facebook is to send people to your capture page, okay? All these people trying to get sales and stuff or selling it, it's okay if it's in a sales group, but if you're trying to sign up people directly from Facebook ads, yeah, you're going to be grossly disappointed. It doesn't work that way. What you want to do is send people to a capture page. They go to the capture page, they opt in, and then because they're getting your emails from your autoresponder, then bit by bit, they build up a pool with you, that relationship building, and they will join, or some of them will join. Not everyone will join, of course, but some will join from your list, okay? So the purpose of doing an advert is not to actually recruit people directly on the front end. It's actually to bring people in on the back end, which is obviously the autoresponder. So the only reason I do these ads, and if I go to my poster, all these ads that are going out every single day and being bumped and stuff like that, the only reason for it is to get more opt-ins to my list for my Aweber. The way I actually recruit mostly on Facebook is all in the friends list. If I go to my friends list real quick, because I don't want to let this drag on too long, but if I go to my friends list, I'm adding friends from the Facebook groups and, you know, the people that I'm associating with. I'll sort of, you know, check out their friends list. I was showing John earlier how I actually add my own friends. But if I go to friends and I go to recently added, I'm up to 53. I've already done some tonight. I've sent out about 20 or so scripts tonight. So I'm now down to 53. I'll do these 53 before I actually go to bed. So it's always going to be about between 50 and 70 scripts a day that I'm actually doing now. And I mostly do them at night before I go to bed. So I'm actually adding friends throughout the day when I get time, that is. I'm obviously got more time at the weekends because I don't work at the weekends as such. So I'm adding new friends from the Facebook groups and, you know, the affiliate marketing groups and network marketing groups. Best way to do that ever is to go at the top here of the page, type in affiliate. I always got to remember how to do it. Affiliate marketing. Go to search, and you'll see, and it'll bring up affiliate marketing in a minute. Okay, affiliate marketing, and then I go over to groups, so it just brings up the groups. And once you've got that up, I usually pick the top one or the top 3. I'm going to click on this one here, and you know, what am I looking for? I'm looking for members. So I go to members. I'll add a few groups as well, obviously, so I can add to the ads that are going out. Obviously, go on, and this is one of Luigi's groups. I know that because I've done the banner for him. So if we go to members, and we're just going to go change this here, this default. Well, it's always going to display the people you know at the top. Okay, so all your friends and people in your team are always going to be displayed at the top. If you click on default here, go back down to join date. So you're going to get the newest members come up at the top. It's unlikely they're going to be in your team. And then I'm just highlighting over their name here so that I can see what kind of wall they've got. It's a good indication that if someone's got a really good Facebook wall, look, Internet Marketing Solution, okay? So he's done his job. He's done actually something on his wall, okay? If I was to check his page out, I bet you he's an internet marketer, okay? So then if I could, I would add him to my Facebook friends. So I'm looking for people that have gone, you know, they've actually done something. They've actually done something on their wall. Obviously, if it's Arabic, I can't really read it, but that's another story. If I go down quickly, if I just quickly go down, doesn't really matter where you go, just start working your way down. Like this one here, I free myself from everything not aligned with love. It's more sort of love and spiritual than actually business. And I'm also looking at what they do as well. So as I'm looking at their profile images, I'm also looking at what they're doing, if they're an internet marketer, if they're a network marketer, yeah? You know, I sort of target and vet people. You know, I vet people a lot. Like this one here, look, network marketing coach and business mentor. And if I click on her, Catherine, you'll see she's got quite a good page. So I'll actually add her. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that I do. Once I get about 50 to 60 friends, I'll go to my Facebook profile. Usually at the end of the day, you'll see if I click on here, my friend requests. I never ever add people that want to add me friend requests. Most of the time, they're women, guys from Asia, whatever, just trying to scam me by putting a picture of a beautiful woman or something to entice me in to the scam. Yeah, so I don't even click on them. I'm just looking for friends that I add personally. I'll go to my friends list. I'll go to my recently added, and they'll show up here. So I've got another 53 to do tonight, and I'll do the same thing tomorrow as well. Throughout the day, I'll be adding friends as well. And I send the scripts. You know, the scripts that we're sending, like this one I've done earlier. I just pull them up, and I'm going to send them a quick message. Just quickly send them a quick message. And what message am I going to send them? I'm going to send them a script. So basically, I'm just going to copy this here. And then if he says yes, send me on some information, whatever. I'll send him the next one, which is down there. And the next one that I send has got my link in it, so he can go to my capture page. So everything I do online is just aimed at sending people to my capture page. So if I do that quickly, I'm going to put his name in here. So it's going to be Hey Frank, and enter. That's it. Another one done. So with that, I'm going to put it back finally for anyone that's got any more questions before we tie it up and I stop the recording. Anybody? No? Simon, got any questions? Anything you want to know about?
No.
How are you getting on with Amazon S3? Have you done it yet?
Well, at the moment, I'm waiting for them. They're supposed to be calling me so I can put in his PIN number to verify who I am.
Okay, if you get stuck, let me know. I can help you out on that
It's not
one.
working at the moment.
Okay, John, have you got any questions before I go?
No, see you in the morning.
Okay, buddy, I'll be up for about 8:30, and just tap the window, all right?
Okay.
If I don't answer straight away, I've overslept.
Again.
You might have to knock it a bit louder.
All right.
Lee, anything you don't understand?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording, guys. 1 second. Let me just stop this recording. I think we've recorded enough.